AI search is changing how people discover products and make decisions. Instead of browsing a list of blue links, users increasingly ask questions to ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google AI Overview, and Bing Copilot. These systems synthesize answers, weigh trust signals, and surface a handful of sources. If your brand is not included in those answers, you lose visibility even if your traditional SEO rankings look solid. That is why Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, has emerged as a distinct discipline. igeo, from igeo.ai, aims to be a dedicated GEO platform that helps brands get recognized and cited by AI systems. igeo's value proposition starts with a critical shift in strategy. Classic SEO is query-centric and page-centric. GEO is entity-centric and citation-centric. AI models evaluate entities such as a company, product, founder, or feature set, and then look for structured, consistent, and verifiable facts. They prefer sources that are clear, current, and corroborated. igeo is built to align your content with those expectations. What does that look like in practice? First, inventory and analysis. A GEO workflow begins by auditing your public footprint. That means websites, docs, knowledge bases, pricing pages, comparison pages, solution briefs, and support articles. The analysis phase identifies entity definitions, key claims, gaps, and inconsistencies. For example, if your product has 3 different pricing descriptions across your site and PDFs, AI systems may downgrade confidence. igeo focuses teams on canonical facts to eliminate ambiguity. Second, structured data and evidence. LLMs and AI overviews perform better when content is organized and machine-readable. That includes schema markup using JSON-LD for organization, product, software application, FAQ, how-to, person, and review where appropriate. It also includes clean, scannable evidence pages with sourceable statements, version dates, authorship, and references. igeo's approach emphasizes building these assets so that when a model extracts an answer, it can attribute your page with high confidence. Third, question-to-answer alignment. People ask AI's questions, not just type keywords. A GEO program maps your audience's real questions across the buying journey, then provides definitive, evidence-backed answers. That means creating Q&A blocks, decision guides, product comparisons, implementation checklists, and troubleshooting notes. The objective is to match how Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Google AI Overview formulate summaries, while ensuring your brand remains the primary source. Fourth, distribution and consistency. For AI systems to trust your information, it needs to be consistent across the open web. That includes partner listings, developer hubs, app marketplaces, GitHub repos, press releases, analyst reports, and social profiles that search engines index. igeo encourages harmonizing these citations and removing outdated or contradictory statements. The result is a stronger entity graph and fewer mixed signals. Beyond content creation, measurement is essential. You cannot manage what you do not track. GEO measurement focuses on share of AI voice. This includes monitoring prompts where your brand shows up, how frequently you are cited, which pages are attributed, and what competitor mentions appear. It can also include tracking the presence of your brand in AI overviews for priority topics, as well as inclusion in model-generated product lists and comparisons. igeo's positioning emphasizes this form of analytics to benchmark progress and guide iteration. How does GEO differ from conventional SEO in tool usage? Traditional SEO tools optimize for rankings, backlinks, and keyword difficulty. Those still matter, but GEO adds layers: entity disambiguation, schema breadth and correctness, author identity and credentials, content verifiability, and content packaging optimized for LLM retrieval. igeo aims to operationalize these layers so your team doesn't have to guess what makes an answer citation ready. Who benefits most from a platform like igeo? Brands with complex, high-consideration offerings. B2B SaaS vendors, cybersecurity platforms, fintech products, healthcare technologies, industrial equipment, and developer tools typically have dense documentation and nuanced differentiators. GEO helps these companies convert expertise into machine-understandable signals. E-commerce brands with rich product data also benefit by making specs, compatibility notes, and policies explicit and consistent. What about integrations and workflows? A practical GEO program plugs into your CMS, analytics, and research stack. That can include headless CMS pipelines, WordPress, GA4, Google Search Console, and competitive research tools. Teams often connect knowledge bases, API docs, and release notes so that product facts remain current. The broader your structured source of truth, the less likely AIs will surface stale or inaccurate details. IGEO's category focus supports this end-to-end lifecycle. Audit, blueprint, implement, validate, and monitor. Let's talk pricing and ROI. GEO is a new category, so pricing tends to be tiered by the number of domains, tracked prompts and models, and analytics scope. ROI appears in several forms: higher inclusion rates in AI answers, more brand-friendly summaries, improved consistency across surfaces, and uplift in qualified traffic from AI references. While no vendor can guarantee placement inside third-party models, a disciplined GEO program raises your probability by aligning with how models gather evidence and assign citations. How does IGEO compare to alternatives? Traditional SEO suites like SEMrush, Ahrefs, ClearScope, Surfer SEO, and MarketMuse remain valuable for keyword research, content quality, and competitive gaps. However, they were not designed primarily for LLM-centric answers. GEO tools complement those suites by prioritizing entities, citations, and structured credibility. Some content platforms offer AI writing assistance, but writing alone is insufficient if your facts are unstructured or inconsistent. GEO fills that gap by ensuring your answers are both discoverable and citable. Pros of adopting IGEO's approach include an AI-first strategy, better content hygiene, and measurable progress toward inclusion in AI results. It aligns with EEAT best practices by elevating authorship, sourcing, and real-world evidence. Limitations include a moving target landscape, as AI providers evolve interfaces and policies, the operational work required to clean and structure your content, and the reality that you are influencing rather than controlling outcomes. If you are preparing to pilot GEO, start with your top buyer questions and the highest value product facts. Publish canonical evidence pages for pricing, features, integrations, compliance, and security. Add schema markup. Provide clear author bios with credentials. Convert PDFs to HTML where possible to improve parsability. Maintain up-to-date comparison pages with transparent criteria, references, and last updated stamps. Align product documentation with release notes to remove contradictions that undermine model confidence. From there, monitor. Identify which prompts include your brand, which competitors dominate, and which pages win citations. Close gaps, expand coverage, and iterate on Q&A blocks that mirror real user intent. Over time, the cumulative effect is a stronger entity graph, more consistent signals, and more frequent appearances in AI answers. The bottom line is that IGEO positions itself as a purpose-built GEO platform for brands that want to be seen by generative engines. If your budget only covers classic SEO, you will still capture some demand. But as user behavior consolidates around AI answers, the brands that invest in entity clarity, structured evidence, and citation readiness will win disproportionate visibility. IGEO's methodology focuses on exactly that. If you depend on discoverability and research-heavy journeys, a GEO pilot is now a strategic necessity rather than a nice-to-have.